Okay guys, so if you are new to barbering or you've been in the barbering industry for a long time, you will know one of the most important aspects of our business is being able to do really sharp shape ups and deliver really crisp lines. Now, in order to do that, you need to have trimmers that hit hard every time without fail. But the mistake that many of us make is that we do not calibrate our trimmers properly to deliver that sharp line. So I'm going to give you a secret to delivering great lines, great shape ups by zero gapping your trimmers properly. Now, I'll confess, I got this wrong when I started out in barbering, and I want to show you how you know you've got it wrong if you've not calibrated your trimmers properly. So there's a couple of things. Number one, if your trimmers are not calibrated properly and you've not set the blade correctly, you will do one of two things. You will either not have a trimmer that delivers sharp lines and you're having to really press down hard again and again to deliver a good line, or to not even get a good line when you're using the trimmer. That means it's not calibrated properly. Number two, if you set the blade too far forward that the cutting blade is going over the guide blade, then you will cut people up. And some of you may have seen it before, where you've seen people with scarring all along their hairline. I've seen it before. I'll confess, I've done it before where I didn't calibrate my trimmers properly when I started out. But if you set your blades properly, they should deliver sharp, crispy lines every time, and you shouldn't have to put in a lot of pressure. You should be able to just tap the hairline and you get really nice, sharp lines. So, how do you do it? What is the secret that I'm going to share with you? The secret is this. You should set the cutting blade in accordance with the power delivery of the trimmer that you are using. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let me make it practical for you. I've got a few of my trimmers here that I'm going to show you, and then I'll be able to really bring this to life, this concept to life for you. Okay, so I've got three of my trimmers here. Firstly, have the Andis Slimline Pro with the GTX blade on it. This is the one that Andis actually produced themselves. It's not the one where people have created a modified bracket and done it themselves. Okay. Then I also have a Wool Detailer Li, and I have a Babyliss Pro skeleton trimmer. Now, these are three great trimmers, but they are three different trimmers. So firstly, let's deal with the Slimline Pro with the GTX blade. Now, in terms of power delivery, this has the least amount of power out of these three trimmers. So when I set the blade on my GTX blade, I actually put the cutting blade pretty much level with the guide blade, because the power delivery, if I just quickly turn it on, as you can hear, it's powerful, but it's not crazy powerful. So having that cutting blade level with the guide blade allows me just to lightly tap the hairline and deliver a great shape up. Okay, now next one I've got is my Wool Detailer Li. If you just quickly hear it, as you can hear, there's more power. If I just do the Andis, the Wool, as you can hear, significantly more power with the Wool Detailer Li. So now with this trimmer, I set the blade about a millimeter just behind the guide blade. Now, I know some barbers who set it level with the guide blade. You can do that, but if you do that, you need to have a very light touch. So if you're new to barbering, then I don't recommend doing that. You need to have a very light touch to ensure that you don't cut someone up and they end up with bleeding and scarring all along their hairline, which is certainly what you don't want, because you will lose clients that way very quickly. Okay, so this one, as I say, I've set the blade literally about a millimeter, maybe even half a millimeter, just behind the guide blade. Okay, now the Babyliss Pro skeleton trimmer, or you may be using the Pro FX. Now this trimmer is incredibly powerful. It's the most powerful out of these 3 trimmers. And I'll just quickly turn it on. Very powerful motor, great power delivery, and this blade, the DLC 2.0 blade, is a very sharp blade, okay? So now with this trimmer, I do not zero gap this trimmer. I actually have the blade set about 2 millimeters to 1.5 millimeters behind the guide blade, because that cutting blade is very sharp. If you zero gap these completely, because of how much power it delivers, it will literally slice and dice people, okay? So that is the secret to really zero gapping your trimmers effectively, is you need to look at how much power does it deliver. If it's a very powerful trimmer, then you have to be very careful in terms of zero gapping it. Do not put that cutting blade completely level if you do not have a very light touch. Otherwise, you will cut people up, okay? But you don't want to set it so far back that then when you're trying to do a shape up, you're having to really use pressure because you're not really seeing anything happen the way you would like it to, okay? So guys, I hope you found that really useful. If you did, please like, subscribe, share the videos, and leave your comments in the comment section. And until next time, peace.